You are leading edge creators. You've come as extensions of source energy for the singular purpose of joyous expansion. You didn't come to fix things that are broken because you didn't see it that way when you decided to come. You didn't come out of pity for this earth. I'll go help. You didn't come out of arrogance. I'll go lead them into a better life. You came out of joyous awareness of the potential for joyous expansion, and you wanted in on that. You wanted to play in this arena because, oh, you're a creator. You have been for longer than we can find words to describe time. You are a creator. You are a genius creator. But you came for the joy of creation. And that's the thing that we really want to amplify and activate within you in these hours that we are together over these magnificent days in this magnificent place. We want to help you to awaken within yourselves the memory and powerful intention of the joyful creation. Not absence of joy because of the absence of the manifestation, and then absence of joy because of the absence of manifestation, and then absence of joy because of the absence of manifestation, and then manifestation joy. But joy in the experience of exposure to contrast that inspires you, and awareness that desire has been born, and awareness that source within you is attuned to the desire you have carved out, and then deliberate alignment to the energy of that desire pre-manifestation, so that you experience the joy of the idea before it's fully blossomed, so that you experience the feeling of joy in the exposure to the contrast itself. So often, well, especially those like you, you've been around for a while and you've been applying deliberately and moving energy deliberately and coming into alignment deliberately, and you are experiencing joyous creation. Nothing is more fun than to want something that you don't have and then deliberately line up with it. Deliberately line up with it. Deliberately line up with it, feeling faith about it even before you can see it or hear it or smell it or taste it or touch it. So that you click into the experience of it even before the experience of it clicks in with you completely. And then when it moves into your reality, the feeling of pride and the feeling of accomplishment and the feeling of deliberate creation, the feeling of managing the energy, the feeling of being the leading edge creator that you came forth to be, is our exhilaration over your discovery as much as it is your exhilaration over your accomplishment. Because when you come into vibrational alignment with what you have intended, there is a big party that happens here. Because you have to understand, we've been watching you in relationship to what you want, you in relationship to what you want, you in relationship to what you want, reveling in your insight, reveling in your awareness, reveling in your closing of the gap. And there is always a big party here. When you finally make that last vibrational shift that allows what you've created vibrationally, which is what we call your vortex version, your vibrational reality, when you finally have prepared your point of attraction to the point where it equals the vibration of what's in the vortex on this topic or that topic or this topic or that topic, and you then are able to consciously see the movement, that's when we have our biggest party. Not because we've experienced any lack along the way, because we never do. You want it and don't have it, and we don't care. Because if we cared about what you want and don't have, no one would be holding the light about what you want. Someone's got to keep the faith, and it's us. So when you want it and don't have it, we still party. We talk about how it was a close call on that one, and how you almost had it. We talk about how you were walking down the street, he was walking down the street, you were in a bad mood and you turned the wrong way. We talk about that. We talk about the veritable fortune that you've amassed and how you deprive yourself of it. And we don't laugh at you, but we think it's funny. There is so much that you have created that you deprive yourself of, and we don't suffer with you in your deprivation because we know it's temporary. We know eventually you'll croak and have it. But you won't have the manifested version of it. You'll have the vortex vibrational reality version of it. And you could have that now, even when you don't have the manifested version of it. And if you would allow yourself to take delight in the ideas as they are born and not need them to manifest, then you would prepare what we are calling your grid, your point of attraction that must vibrationally match the vibration of what's in your vortex. Does that make sense to you? It does, especially to most of you. You've been sifting and sorting, and you've been launching rockets of desire, and there are things that you want that you don't have, you think. But there is nothing that you want that you don't have. There are a few things that you want that you have not yet allowed to manifest fully in your experience. But that's different than not having them, because you have the vibrational version of them that if you could feel for. In other words, everything that you want is for the feeling you think you will get in the having of it. You want a relationship because you want to feel fulfilled. You want a relationship because you want someone to hold as your object of attention, to which you can flow loving thoughts and loving gestures. You want that relationship because you want to love, but you don't need that particular relationship in order to be the loving being that you want to be. But if you don't have, most of you, that specific person to which you can flow your love, then you feel so sad. You feel sad. You feel sad in the absence of the specific object of attention. But when you reach the place that you can move that sadness into something that is more general, where you can move that sadness into a general awareness of the extension that you are. When you reach that place that you don't need the manifestation in order to evoke the positive emotion, now you are free. Now you are the creator that you were born to be. But if you need circumstances to be a particular way, so that in your observation of the improved circumstance, you can feel better, then you're trapped by circumstances. And then you're like most people on the planet, running around trying to influence circumstances, going about creation in such a backwards way, trying to influence circumstances rather than the simple task of influencing your own emotion, influencing your own point of attraction, influencing your own ability to give your attention to what feels best to you when you give it. Because in any moment in time, you have the ability to look at it in a way that makes you feel better or to look at it in a way that makes you feel worse. It's your choice. But it's a choice that you have to consciously and deliberately make. Yes? So you know that you are the creator of your own experience. You do, don't you? You know that you're the creator. So what does that mean? If I am the creator of my own experience and I live in a vibrational universe where everything is managed and responded to by law of attraction, then what does being the creator of your own reality really mean? It means being in control of your vibrational offering. Well, what does that mean? It means being in control of your point of focus. Well, what does that mean? It means being able to focus in a way that is pleasing to you regardless of the what is circumstances that are surrounding you. And when you think about it, the what is temporary. A lot of times people don't know that because they look at what is, so they practice the vibration of what is so well that what is replicates. So it keeps changing. It just keeps changing to more of the same. So you say, it's not changing at all. We say, yes, it is. You say, no, it isn't. It's not changing. It's not changing. We say, it's changing constantly. It's changing in response to your now vibration, your now vibration, your now vibration, your now vibration. But if your now vibration is mostly about what is, then it's changing to more of what is, and changing to more of what is, and changing to more of what is, and changing to more of what it is. And you say, it's not changing. We say, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's changing. If you want things to be different in your experience, it is important that you find a way to focus and feel the way you choose to. So now you know everything we know. We're not going to spend a long time here in the bringing your vibration up to speed, because your vibration's up to speed. You're ready for us and we are ready for you. We're going to have many wonderful hours together. And it is our expectation that in these hours that we play together, not only will you reestablish in a stronger way than ever your steady vibrational relationship to the vortex version of you, but together we're going to launch some new rockets and move the energy in the collective vortex. And then we're going to line up with the energy that we have reestablished, which means at the end of tomorrow we're going to leave not renewed, not restored, but reveling in what we all do best, which is co-creation at its best. You're not happy, any of you. You're not happy in regurgitation of life. You've come as creators. You want new thoughts. You want new ideas. You want new approaches. You want new ways of looking at things. You came for that. You were born for that. You went to a lot of trouble to be born. Way more than you know. And now that you're here, we think it's a very good idea if you reap the true benefit of why you've come. So what we mean by that is, you know, you knew, some of you know, you knew before you came into this physical body that not all of you was coming. You knew that there would be another part of you who would remain non-physically focused. And as we are playing in these hours that are before us, you're going to have the conscious, if you reach for a little bit, experience of a fuller integration between you and you than you normally experience. And what that means is you're going to feel better. You're going to feel more vitality and more clarity. You're going to have more awareness of the perspective of the source within you, which in the simplest way we can put it means you're going to experience seeing the world through the eyes of source. And then as we play together on the different topics that are important to you, and you stand in that position of seeing through the eyes of source. You see, you come here and often you don't expect to see through the eyes of source. You expect to talk to source, and you expect to hear back from source, and you expect to get feedback and answers from source, but you don't expect to be source. But we expect you to be source. We expect you to line up with that, to feel it, to be it, to align with it, to practice it, and to leave here knowing it.